Hello and welcome to Froch on Fighting. My name is Carl Froch. I'm a four-time former super middleweight world boxing champion and a Hall of Famer.
And I'm Rachael Froch. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel.
And I think my wife paused there because she was waiting for me to say something that I didn't say, but you know what it is. Let me know in the comments what it is. This episode is brought to you by Cobra Casino.
Right, so it's been announced. Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn are doing the 5v5. What fights stand out to you?
5 fighters fighting, so you got Bricktop and Eddie Hearn, and they've got 5 fighters. So Eddie Hearn, I'm not going to go through all the fighters, but Eddie Hearn's got Deontay Wilder.
Yeah.
And that's one of the fights that stands out to me. So Deontay Wilder's fighting Zhilei Zhang, who's on Bricktop's side. So he's representing Queensbury.
Yeah.
And obviously all of Eddie Hearn's fighters are representing Matchroom. So it's a good little bit of banter between them.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a promotion trophy at the end of it. It's just bragging rights, I suppose. But that's the fight I'm looking forward to. Deontay Wilder, Zhang. They both lost to Joseph Parker in their last fights. Both lost on points. I thought Wilder got beat a bit easier, and Zhang actually dropped Parker. But he got tired in the end. Zhang did. He's quite old. I think he's pushing 40 years old.
Yeah.
So.
He's still there though.
Oh, still there. Going. No, still going. Looks good. I like him. He's charismatic. There's a bit of a language barrier, but you can see he gets in there and he means business. He can punch, but he's just getting old. But Wilder Zhang, that's a good fight. I'm looking forward to that one. The other one I'm looking forward to.
Hrgovic, Dubois.
Daniel Dubois. We know Daniel Dubois. He lost to Joe Joyce early doors. Well, not early in his career, but a lot say he quit. I don't think he quit. He was badly hurt. I think he saved himself with his eye socket. And then you've got the loss to Alexander Usyk, which people say he quit, but he dropped Usyk, didn't he? Low blow. Or body shot. So
Low blow.
I think it was on the belt line. It was low. I think Usyk might have made a little bit of a meal of it, but the referee called it low straight away. Can't, you know what I mean? Don't shoot the messenger. It's not the fighter's fault. No. You know what I mean? People start moaning and screaming about Howard Foster, but he's an A-star referee. He makes the right decision every time. But that's a good fight I'm looking forward to. Daniel Dubois, Hrgovic. Who wins that one? I'd like to think Daniel Dubois can step up to the plate and beat Hrgovic. Hrgovic hasn't really got a big name on his record. Where Dubois is developing, he's young, he's a British heavyweight, and he could take over when the older ones move on. And it's exciting because the winner of that could end up fighting Anthony Joshua.
Right.
So while AJ's waiting for Fury Usyk to finish their fight and maybe rematch, that one of them belts after the first one might become vacant, like the IBF, I think. So. You could see AJ against Daniel Dubois. That's an exciting prospect. Definitely. So they're the two big ones. And you've also got Nick Ball on there. And Nick Ball, I thought, won his last fight. He pressed and pressed. He dropped his opponent. The opponent was running and hiding, and Nick Ball was chasing him down. And at the end of the fight, he got a draw. And I just thought I think that was a bad draw. That was. I think Nick Ball deserved it. So now he's got a chance
with Raymond Ford.
Who can fight, by the way. But I'm hoping Nick Ball can Nick Ball turns up confident. He really does. He tries. He lets shots go. He's a good fighter. He can punch a bit for a small kid. Nick Ball and the two heavyweights.
We've now got Haney versus Garcia.
Yes, good fight. Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, great fight. I think Devin Haney's going to be too much for him. Have you seen all the stuff with Ryan Garcia lately?
Yeah.
He's been on social media.
Yeah, I don't know what to think of it.
Yeah, he's been doing tweets, he's been doing videos down.
Is he okay?
He's been acting very strange and really going on social media trying to drum up, I don't know if he's trying to drum up interest or he's talking about, you'll have to watch what he's been talking about. He's saying some mad things. He was on to Andrew Tate and he was talking to a few other people saying they made me watch stuff and there's stuff that apparently went on in the woods, but it's like conspiracy theory stuff that actually might be real, but it might not be. It depends where you sit on the line of the left or right in America, really.
Well, his fight is coming up.
But his head,
Garcia.
His fight is coming up. It's a good one. His head went, and I think he's gone too much over the top on social media. And I hope he's mentally okay and ready for this fight. He seems to be. I think Devin Haney's going to be too much for him.
Right.
Garcia got beat quite badly quite easily by Tank Davis. Gervonta Davis, and just with that loss, that body shot and staying down, I accused him of quitting, a few people did.
Yeah.
I just think that Devin Haney is going to be too much for Ryan Garcia, and I think if he loses this one, I don't think he'll take it very well, and it could be the last we see of him. But I hope Ryan Garcia turns up and puts a great fight on. Very fast, good puncher, but I don't know, I just can't see him taking on Devin Haney. I think Devin Haney's a level above him.
So did you watch the UFC 300? What did you make of it?
Well, we was in Dubai when the UFC 300 was on. The kids were off school, so I couldn't watch it all. I did promise you I'd be watching it and I'd give you some feedback. So I've since watched back Gaethje against Holloway. Is it Max Holloway?
Yeah.
Max, because I'm still learning him with the UFC. Max Holloway, what a fight that was. What a bad boy he is. And is it Justin Gaethje?
Yeah.
Justin Gaethje, who can fight, by the way. Both of them. If you've not watched any UFC and you're a boxing fan and you've got no interest in getting into UFC because, like I was sort of anti-UFC, because when they go on the ground and start grappling, they can be like down there for 2, 3, 4 minutes and you think, what's going off? It's quite technical when they're on the ground.
Yeah.
But these two, Holloway and Gaethje, stood up and fought for 5 solid rounds. And what a fight it was. I've never seen anything like it. Max Holloway was winning the fight. He won most rounds. It was close. It ebbed and flowed. I think he may have lost round 4 actually from where I was watching, from what I watched. But he came out in round 5 after what was a great fight, and he was well ahead on all the cards. And he was pointed to the ground, and he was like, "Come on, let's have a fight in the middle of the ring."
Oh, toe to toe.
Yeah, 10, 15 seconds, Cobra style. 10, 15 seconds left to go in the final round. He didn't need to do it. It was stupid because the way he was swinging away, both of them, Gaethje and Holloway, swinging away, anyone could have landed, and anyone would have won the fight at the end. And if Holloway would have got chin there, he'd have thrown away that opportunity to go on and do big things. But he didn't. He stood in the middle of the ring, he swung away, and he landed a right hand on Gaethje's chin and just ironed him out unconscious. What a fucking knockout that was. I mean, if you've not seen it, go back and watch it. I think
Brutal.
I've showed you just the highlight of the stoppage.
Yeah.
You might be talking, it was a brutal knockout, but you might be talking about the main event, which we'll go into in a minute. But that was a great fight. Holloway, fair play to him. He's had a couple of losses in his career. He's actually lost to Conor McGregor as well, early doors in his career. Conor McGregor's on about coming back into UFC. For me, listen, I don't know a great deal about UFC, but if Conor McGregor's going to come back, give Holloway a chance. Give him his rematch. Let's have a look at that one, because he's like a guy that's fit and strong and busy. And with that win, he'll be flying. And Conor McGregor, I just want to see Conor McGregor get smacked again, don't I? I don't know why he's bothering fighting, but fair play to him if he fancies it. But yeah, Holloway, what a fighter, what a great fight that was. And I've got my teeth into the UFC now, I'm enjoying it.
So tell us about the main event.
Yeah, the main event, you tell me about the main event. Who was it?
Alex Pereira.
That's it, yeah, Pereira.
And Jamal Hill. Yeah.
So Pereira was shaping up and he got kicked quite low. He tapped his groin. The referee was going to step in and he sort of said to the referee, "No, you're all right, I've got this, you stay there where you are." Bosh, left up. It's like a left up uppercut. Knocked the guy out, and that's where you said it was brutal, because I showed you the highlight.
Yeah, I thought the other one was brutal.
See, with boxing, if you catch your opponent, the referee sees it, and if you stumble or you fall, the ref will jump in and start counting. You get an 8 count. If you land on the ropes are keeping you up, you'll get a standing 8 count. If you go on the ground, the ref will count to 10. If you count to 10, you're out. If you count to 8, you've got to be on your feet. But in UFC, like you saw,
I thought the referee could have come in 3, 4.
I agree. I think the ref could have got in a little bit earlier. But the refs have to give these UFC guys the chance, because when he was hand slamming him with the back of his fist after he'd already chinned him with a big left hook, it was like the ref's looking as if to say, if he catches a few arms and gets his legs around him and grabs hold of him, the fight can carry on. Yeah. So he gave him the chance. So Pereira, great knockout with that left hook and then the hand slams. Ref jumped in and that was main event. But like I said, Max Holloway, I think he stole the show.
So we're now a month away from Fury versus Usyk.
Excited. I
know, I'm excited for that one.
Big fight,
do you still think it's going to happen?
Yeah.
And do you reckon we should do another live stream?
I can't really say. Yeah, actually, that's not a bad shout. We'll do a live stream. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see another Froch along. I'll try and keep Rocco out of shot because he was, I don't know, he loved it, didn't he? He was like saying hello to his mates. But no, yeah, let me know if I want to do a Froch. I think I will do. If I'm not going, which I won't be, I'm not actually going, so I know I'm not going.
So maybe we should do one.
Yeah, we'll do a Froch along on that one. So anyway, great fight. Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk, May 18th, I believe. So I just can't wait for it to happen. And I don't want to say I don't think it's going to happen, because Tyson Fury is saying all the right things. He looks in shape. He's speaking really confident. Usyk's staying pretty quietly confident, I think. He's not saying a great deal. There is a slight language barrier there, but you know what Usyk's like. He's a classy guy. He lets his fist do the talking. So it's just going to be fascinating how Tyson Fury approaches this fight. I'm really looking forward to it. The thing about it is he's got an immediate rematch clause. So whoever loses, I had Fury winning originally because he's too big for Usyk. Then I've picked Usyk to win the fight because Usyk's Usyk, and I just think he can't be beat. He's too good. But now Tyson Fury's coming in shape, speaking well, very confident, back to his old self. And he realised he had a real bad stinker against, what was his name, Ngannou, the UFC fighter, making his pro debut, by the way. And Tyson Fury struggled. So I just think Fury's going to be at his best. Yeah. He's going to be back to his best. It might be the last we see of him, even if he wins, but the money he might be thinking the rematch. So they've got a rematch clause. So if Whoever loses, as long as they don't get wiped out and ironed out, which I don't think they will do.
Do you have to take that?
No, you can just say, look, I've got the rematch clause. Lucian Beauty had a rematch clause when I whooped him in Nottingham.
Didn't take it.
Of course he didn't. What's he going to get another whooping for? The thing is, if it was in
Could have talked about it.
if it was in Canada,
about it.
I broke his heart, done his soul. Once you get cobra'd, that's it. You ever been cobra'd?
I knew you were going to ask me that.
Sorry. Right, so Tyson Fury, I still think loses a close fight, which would prompt a rematch. Because if it's a close points decision and he thinks he can change the tactics in the rematch, you'll probably get 2 out of that.
Yeah.
And that's why I think Anthony Joshua's going to be waiting around a little bit, because he's going to be sitting back saying, well, I want the fight with Usyk, even though he's been beat twice quite conclusively. I think he won 2 or 3 rounds out of 24 rounds. So he's been well beat by Usyk. He's probably going to be hoping that Tyson Fury beats Usyk. That's what he's going to be thinking, because then that's the big fight, the big dollar fight.
Which
Massive.
actually everyone wants to see.
Listen, that's a great fight. If that fight happens,
2 British fighters.
I mean, that fight should happen in England, but if I'm being honest, as long as the fight happens, I don't care where it is. If this fight can get made. But AJ is going to be sitting around waiting for the first fight, May 18th. And he's not fighting now. No. You know what I mean? His last fight was that wipeout job against Ngannou. So it's not really a fight, was it?
Has he got anything coming up?
Well, this is the thing. You've got Hrgovic fighting Daniel Dubois, which we mentioned earlier.
Right.
Whoever wins that, I think one of the belts will become vacant when Tyson Fury fights Usyk. And then that vacant belt, Anthony Joshua, I think is in line. I think it's the IBF. So it could be Anthony Joshua against the winner of Daniel Dubois, Hrgovic. I hope it's Daniel Dubois, because that's 2 British fighters with a little bit of beef. It's domestic. So that's a great fight. And actually, Daniel Dubois has got a chance against Anthony Joshua. But Anthony Joshua's flying at the minute. He's looking really well. Yeah. He's had some good wins. With the exception of the Ngannou win, but that was a good win because he flattened him and knocked him out after Fury struggled. So, yeah, AJ's going to have to sit back and wait, see what happens with Fury Usyk. And it's going to have to be, I think it's going to have to be a Hrgovic Dubois. That's where that's what all the stars are aligning for that. It looks like that's the plan. I might be wrong. Let me know in the comments what you think who Anthony Joshua should be fighting next. He definitely needs to keep busy. But if AJ and if Tyson Fury and Usyk end up having 2 fights, you know what it's like pro boxing. That could take a year. Of course. Not getting any younger. And then when Tyson Fury's had 2 fights, if he does have 2 fights, is he going to want a third? Is Paris Fury going to let him have a third? I mean, she did an interview the other day with my mate Coogan on IFL, and she was saying that, well, it is what it is. No, she was saying he's in his happy place. He's the happiest when he's training and when he's fighting. So I'm going to leave him to do what he wants. Yeah, of course. I mean, but they're all getting old. Yeah. But anyway, big fight. Tyson Fury, Usyk. Cannot wait. May 18th. And sit back and enjoy the 5v5. Oh, did we mention Dimitri Bivol against Beterbiev?
No, I don't think we did.
So on the 5v5, sorry, apologies for that. It's good job I'm thinking. On the 5v5, the top of the bill for that is Dimitri Bivol, who beat Canelo Alvarez, against Beterbiev, who beat Anthony Yarde and Callum Smith. Monster of a fighter. 20 fights or 21 fights, 20 knockouts. See, this is what happens when you give Rachel the script. You give her the notes, you give her the questions, and she gets lost in, am I right?
Well, you remembered.
Yeah,
you remembered for me. There we go.
So that is a great fight. Bivol against... the
light heavyweight undisputed.
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, Beterbiev, 20 wins, 20 knockouts. Bivol undefeated and comfortably beat Canelo. Yeah, so Bivol, I think I'd make him a slight favourite for that fight. Slight favourite. But don't write off Beterbiev just because he's 40 years old, because he lives so clean and he trains, he stays at home with his family and he just doesn't move. He's just like, he's got soul. And when you think he's on his back foot and he's getting caught with shots because he does get hit, he just turns it around and smashes them. Like I said, Callum Smith and Anthony Yarde got battered by him, they got badly hurt, and he's just a monster puncher. Is it 21 or 20 fights? But all of his wins, and he's undefeated, have come by knockout. 20 wins, 20 knockouts.
20 wins, 20 KOs. So that's a great fight. But Dimitri Bivol, we all know what he is. Like I said earlier, beat Canelo, and he's fast, he's sharp, he can punch a bit, he can box and move, he can stand and fight. So that's a great fight. That's one not to be missed. All on this 5v5 card in Saudi Arabia. And they've also got the Fury Usyk fight on May 18th to look forward to. So quite excited.
Just carrying on with a bit of fighting, a bit of boxing. Do you watch WWF and WWE?
You're taking the piss. What's that kind of question?
I wanted to ask you. And who's your
Wrestling.
favourite ever wrestler?
Listen.
So I feel like we're going back in time now.
I was about to say I've got to go back to the 90s. It's got to be Hulk Hogan.
I knew you were going to say that, yeah.
Thunderlips.
I thought you were going to say it.
Jake the Snake Roberts, the Bushwhackers. Remember the Bushwhackers? They used to walk to the ring like that. Like George Groves walking to the ring in front of 80,000 before he got ironed out, unconscious by the Cobra. Leg behind your ear roll. Anyway, so no, I don't watch WWE. I don't watch wrestling. Is wrestling still on?
It's still going.
Yeah. No, you watch the.
I watch the women.
You
I
watch
quite
the
like
wives.
the women,
Oh, the women wrestling. Yeah, but then you watch the
the
wives
women wrestlers.
I thought you
no,
did.
No, it's women wrestlers.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
What about the wives of the wrestlers that you was watching? Mancini.
Well, there are.
Oh, but they're wrestling as well.
But they're wrestlers. Women wrestlers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. But you know more than me. You know. She knows I don't watch, but that was a question. So I don't watch the wrestling anymore. But I was a massive wrestling fan back in the probably early 90s. When it was Jake the Snake and Hulk Hogan and all them boys.
Right, so that's it. All finished.
Yeah, it was a good little chat, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was,
a little blast from the past and all from the old bit of wrestling.
But a lot of fighting going on there.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, a really, really exciting time.
There's a lot to look forward to. Oh, Brick Top, Eddie Hearn, Turkey Al Sheikh. It's coming together. It's not all negative. I just want a few people in the crowd making a bit of noise, digging it all up. Apparently they're coming back, actually, to Wembley. So when Fury fights, apparently they're coming, but I've got my reservations about that. I hope that does happen, but they're talking about putting a big fight on. Maybe Anthony Joshua against Fury if that fight does get made. But
we'll see how it pans out.
I can't see that coming to Britain, but
you never know.
I hope I'm pleasantly surprised. But yeah, for now, this has been another episode of Froch on Fighting with my beautiful wife and I. Anything you want to say?
Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Missed that one, didn't you?
That's why you're there.
Ta-ta.